Welcome back to the morning show. This is our segment of This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora of the Z Team. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm great.
Excellent. I am too. Thanks for asking. No, well, everything's
We know
going
you're
well.
good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm always doing great.
Yeah.
I love life. I love
do?
this area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's go. We the second time in a month now
Yeah.
for you to be here. That's
I
good.
know.
It's good.
Yeah. It's good to see you.
Business is good.
Business is good. I will say it's tapered a little bit. I think maybe the effects of interest rates.
Things are
I know
starting to
with
catch
on
up.
your side that there for a bit at the beginning of the year through May. It wasn't because it was marry the price, date the rate, and we had 22s gutted to the point of 50% off. And so when you looked at how much you were saving on that end, they were still buying in
still okay.
droves
Right, you were
because
still
the
okay.
interest rate was up maybe 1.5 to 2 points. Recreational loans are different.
Right.
And so they're not, you go to the car, you go to Ford and get 2.9%.
Well, new cars, but on used cars,
Yeah, used cars.
you're at
it's-
12 again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah, and so until we're down to 422s left, so now we're into 23s, and the discounts are still good. Don't get me wrong, we're still making deals,
Yeah.
doing great.
Oh, yeah.
24s are about to come out, 23s are getting discounted big, but we did see a little bit of a slowdown in June and now a little bit in July, and so but we're still doing fine. We're still selling.
There you go.
It's just not as quick and you know what I mean?
Oh, I know, and we're in the same situation.
Yeah.
I mean, people were buying stuff sight unseen. They were just didn't care. Give me something. I got to get out of where I'm at. And we're finding people that have got the wherewithal to do that. They can come here and buy stuff. And there's a lot of people that are coming. There's a lot of sales that go on that
Yeah.
are cash because
Right.
they took the money from where they were. They sold a house a year ago, 2 years ago, even recently, and they still made more money than they did. But those markets are all slowing down, and we see we've got people that are trying to get here, people that have commitments here, that have put their house on the market. They thought they were going to be able to sell it. I'll go back, talk to the realtor. We'll get this house gone in a week.
Right.
Okay, great. That was several months ago. And after several price reductions and everything else, now they're finally, okay, we're talking again about, okay, well, we're thinking we can get this done. People came through twice. When you get that second look, it's generally a good sign. But it's tough in other places, and it's tough here. If you're not ready to buy,
Right.
I mean ready to buy, if you haven't been pre-approved,
Yeah.
if you've got to sell your house to move, if you have to sell your house, you need to at least have us in there, have somebody in there to take a look at it and give you the price of what it is. Now, what you think it should be, this isn't 2 years ago. The market has changed, and it's changed because of the interest rates. We'll go back to that. How much somebody can afford to pay when you're trying to buy a new home, your debt to income ratio comes into effect. There's a lot of factors that go with that. But if you're not pre-approved, if your house isn't at least marketable, ready to go, that if you do find something, you can maybe get a long enough closing date on that house to get yours on the market and get yours sold. That's what you need to do.
Sure.
And the other thing is somebody may take, because they don't want to take contingencies because you just don't know. And then they've lost maybe 3 other offers, people coming through. The guard guys and girls that were here for the medical thing going on, they're driving around, and I'm sure some of them are driving around taking a look. It's a really nice place.
Right.
And they would put an offer in, but they see there's already an offer on that house. So it's harder with the contingency to convince somebody to take contingency. One way to do it is come up with non-refundable earnest money. Look, I'll put up $2,000, which will cover your expenses for a couple months, just to make sure that we can get this done.
That shows a commitment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, you got some skin in the game now.
Yeah.
And then get your house listed on the market, priced right, realistically, so that it'll go. Because like I say, it's not 2 years ago anymore. And we've been to some houses and talked to some people, and they're like, well, we need, or I got to get is like the worst term that you can hear when you go in there, because that means that they're tied into a lot of debt already. Sometimes it's not just the mortgage, it's equity loans, or, they've got a big RV, or they took, it's more the equity loans.
Yeah, home
Reverse
equity,
mortgages are just killing people. If you got a reverse mortgage, please at least make the interest payments every month. Don't just let it go and let that interest compound and compound. We had two people in the past several months who can't sell the house because by the time they get done paying it off,
There's nothing left.
there's nothing left. They got no money to go anyplace else. They have no money to start all over.
That's a shame. Yeah.
So be aware of your finances. If your spouse is doing everything, it's okay to say, hey, honey, where are we at with this? Where are we at with the mortgage? Or you took out a loan when we built that shop out in the back. Where are we at with that? What are we doing to make sure that's done and take that burden off of us or the kids? You leave the kids the house and you're just leaving them nothing.
Right.
And we've had that happen as well. So know your finances, know where you're at with these things. But to be ready to buy something, you need to be ready to go. And you need to know what plan B is. If you're going someplace else, you need to know what the market is there. You need to know, because these markets are constantly moving. They're all different. You can't say, and I'll look on Zillow or something like that. The number of people that we have had on Zillow over the 4th of July weekend were amazing. I'll do it that way. And arguing with Linda about the house because she'll run the address right away. Somebody will call, I'd like to get some information. And so you run the address and it's under contract. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Right. Yeah.
See, we have real time. Zillow posted that, Trulia posted that, and they don't really care because they want you to click on stuff. They want you to look at the pretty pictures. Then they figure you'll call the realtor, and then the realtor is going to say, well, that house is under contract. They don't care about getting that changed. We've had houses that have sold,
Yes.
and people are still finding them. And
That's that third-party website stuff that happens to us too.
yeah,
It
yeah,
does.
exactly, exactly.
They can call on a rig that we sold last year,
Yeah.
and it's still out there.
Yeah.
And we have no control.
No. And you would think that doing real estate, that's what what they do, that they would be more conscious of that. But like, if you go to Realtor, obviously if you go to retiredarkansas.net, we've got all the MLS on there as well. But their Realtor is right every 15 minutes, I think. It refreshes.
It does.
Yeah.
So it's that quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If a house goes under contract, it'll come up as under contract,
So, because like ours, when we make a change, say we make a price adjustment, it can be up to 24 hours depending on the day or time of day that
On
we
your
did it.
website?
On our website.
Okay.
To filter back through.
Yeah.
It goes through a couple of different systems. So we might sell one today, but it not show sell pending until tomorrow. So just,
Okay.
yeah, it's good to call and confirm.
Yeah, and then you call and confirm it.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk to people and, is this the type of home that you're looking for? Is this where you want to be? Is it the area that's attracting you to it? Is it that type of home? And we try to find them something that's comparable, which is, a challenge in itself with
Sure.
only 229 houses or whatever it is that we've got in the market. But then we'll put them on the mailing list and we call them up. We find something, call them up, set them up, and do whatever we can do to help move people along.
Sure. But
That's what it is. We're in a service business.
Yeah, be prepared. That's the thing.
Yes.
If you live outside of the area, get with a real estate agent.
Yes.
Talk about what's going on in that area, how things are selling. Are they going for those great prices still? You never know. But just be prepared. Get advice from a licensed real estate agent.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
our prices have held pretty well because of where we are.
Yeah.
It's truly a supply and demand issue. But it's still not 2 years ago. I mean, people can't afford 7% as well as they could 3.5%, 4%. So.
Yeah, you're getting the cash buyers then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, this week, the interest rates, on my little note here from Nasari Home Mortgage, on a 30-year fixed, the rate is 6.875, and that's with the 1% origination fee. The FHA is 6.37, and rural development is going to be the same, 6.37. A 15-year, if you can do that, is 6.12. And again, all of these are VA. They're all with 1% origination fee. So you're paying a point to get the reduced rate, because the rates, just the standard rate going through there is over 7% right now. They
Yeah.
took a big bump this past week for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. But the G's getting what they want. That's what they wanted. They wanted the interest rates to go up to slow down the economy.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done.
That's what they've done, and I think it's starting to take effect.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't last very long, and prices go down, and they can bring them back down slowly, I guess.
Yeah, well, next year you'll see the rates will come down some anyway, presidential election year. So
True.
you're going to
They
see the
gotta
rates are
make
going to
it-
come down, and that's
And
gonna,
I did that.
yeah, that's right. I did that.
Yes. So this week in real estate, we got rates are where they're going to be. It's just, it is what it is, nature of the beast. But what else is going on?
Let's go to this. Let's go to This Week in Real Estate. This week in real estate, there were 44 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, 20 parcels of land, 21 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $69,000 to $548,000, and 4 of them are taking backups. There were 38 sales, 3 commercial properties, 11 parcels of land, 24 homes sold. They range in price from $85,000 to $760,000. Average sale price this week was $271,000 with 142 days on market. Did $6.5 million of residential real estate close this week. There were a couple of big houses sold. 17 properties expired. 29 had price changes, and we're seeing that number to be starting to bounce a little higher, and I think we'll probably continue to see it. But there's 73 pendings. We jumped 10. We sold 23 houses, and 24 homes sold, and the pendings went up 10. So that gives you an idea of how fast this is going. And we lost 10 homes because currently we're at 224, and last week we were at 234. So market's quick. It's moving right along.
Yeah.
Year to date, there's been 522 homes have sold for $115 million with an average sale price of $220,000. Time on market this year is 92 days. Last year, there had been 652 homes that sold for $143 million. Average sale price last year was $220, with 85 days on market. Nationwide, they're down about 20%, and we're falling right in that same range. It's kind of week to week changes a little bit, but average of 20% down, and it's got a lot to do with availability and people not being able to sell their home in other places, and you're not getting people that are moving from one neighborhood to another. Major life events are occurring. Somebody dies, somebody has, you have twins, and you realize that this 2-bedroom isn't going to do it anymore. Those types of things, those are life events that occur that keep the market moving no matter what. People come here for work, whether the hospitals, obviously a ginormous employer, Baxter, the boat manufacturers, there's any number of employers here, and people come here from other places. It's a great place to be.
Most definitely.
We're in God's country. There's no question about
I
that.
agree completely.
Yeah.
I recently last week went to Louisville, Kentucky, and I said, "There's no place like home." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do a big city. That's not for me.
You get kind of used
I love
to this.
this.
You get kind of used to this.
Love the small town.
Yeah.
And we're not really that small. I mean,
No.
we're growing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. But in the chamber, with my other hat, because I don't have enough things going on, the chamber's working on that, and we're working on trying to develop ways to keep the community growing at a sustainable rate.
Right.
And that's what part of the package is. The chamber's there to service the businesses within the community, the member businesses
Sure.
within the community, and obviously the other businesses benefit from that as well. The economic development part of it is to be able to bring more businesses here.
Right.
And of the right scale and scope of type businesses.
Right. Because you got to be able to employ it.
Yeah, because people say, well, I don't get involved with that. Well, wait, if you go to the hospital, if you go to Walmart, if you go to anything here, that's a part of this. And don't get yourself so little focused on, well, we don't want any more growth, we don't want this. Because growth is going to happen, so you want to be able to manage it.
Yeah.
And do the right thing for the area and the right thing for the people coming here.
Very good. How do they get a hold of you?
If you want to come here,
Yeah.
You want to call my honey. Call Linda. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. I mentioned that before. The whole MLS is on there. Obviously, the great cameras are on there. But the best thing to do is to call her, 870-405-0793.
Excellent. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Very good. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with more on the morning show on XL7 TV.